Washed Up Sports Podcast.
Washed Up Sports Podcast. Washed Up Sports Podcast. What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on? What's going on, guys?
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a Washed Up Sports Podcast. This is episode 20. My name is Evan Klein, and I am glad to be joined alongside my co-host, Max Lindley.
Is that my name now?
Oscar the Grouch.
Thank you. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 20 of a Washed Up Sports Podcast. As you can see, I've got the punishment on. This isn't going to last the whole episode. I'm dying under here. I am very, 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 very hot. So
I'm kind of chilly. Like, I don't know.
You want to switch?
No.
You
I'm
could try
good.
the hat.
The hat looks good on you.
Thanks, man.
No
I can't
problem.
really see.
No problem. We are an authentic sports commentary from the perspective of two washed-up athletes. Today's episode is brought to you by The Daily Scoop. The Daily Scoop is the premier dog walking and pet sitting service of Bergen County, located in Glen Rock. The Daily Scoop provides service to not only Glen Rock, but to several surrounding towns as well. They ensure that you are getting the best possible care for your pets while you cannot be with them. From the simple dog walk to doggy daycare at The Scoop, Scoop has you covered, and if you need to leave town to visit your family for the weekend, have no fear. Daily Scoop offers pet sitting services as well. Inquire for more at www.thedailyscoop.com. That's Scoop with a K at www.thedailyscoop.com. Here's Max with their Instagram.
Daily Scoop LLC. Scoop with a K.
Fantastic.
Alrighty.
Shouts to them.
I'm gonna take this off so I can hear what we're saying.
Yep.
So I'm not
Fair enough.
sweating.
Nah, I had to make sure that you had it on for the whole world to see. They can all see it now, so it's good. No worries. You know, it's enough humiliation for one day.
Thanks, buddy.
Not because I want you to not have it on because for like your own happiness, but for the sake of the audio quality for you hearing and stuff like that. It's for the betterment of the podcasts, but don't think that I did it because I want you to not have it on to make you happier.
So you're saying this is just because you want me hearing, so the podcast sounds good.
Right.
Yeah. It's not because you like me or anything.
No.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you still fucking hate my guts.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
All right. Let's get started. What we got first?
Conference tournaments in college basketball are well underway. A lot of the mid-majors, low-major teams are done almost. So a lot of them are headed to the finals, but this week we have a bunch of other great ones starting up. ACC started today on Tuesday, and that'll go through the week. Big Ten starts up on Thursday, which is what we're going to get into. I know the MAC, which Buffalo's in, we had Javon on last week. They're starting up Thursday. So some really, it's the best time of year for college basketball. March is right around the corner. So without further ado, we're going to go into the Big Ten. Obviously, everyone can agree the most competitive league in the nation. We're going to talk a little bit about their tournament, their conference tournament coming up.
So starting off, I know who your favorite is.
Of course.
Just your biases. I think your favorite would be number 7, Rutgers.
Absolutely. The
Yeah.
Knights.
I'm going to go in a little bit of a different direction, man. I think I'm going to shock you here. I'm going with number 9, Michigan State, to pull off the upset against Maryland, and then again to pull off the upset against Michigan.
Okay.
And then they're going to cruise their way all the way to the Big East tournament, and I think they're going to
Big Ten.
Big Ten. I think they're going to play the Iowa Hawkeyes and Luka Garza in the finals of the Big Ten tournament. What do you think?
Interesting. I think that's a definite reach.
I think Tom Izzo has what it takes to get the boys going.
I know. They've had a tough season. One of their worst seasons since like 1997, I think.
But they turned it around.
No, I mean, that was a huge win. They basically punched their ticket into March. Nobody thought they were going to make it, and they basically punched the ticket with the upset against Michigan.
Yeah.
So I think they're playing their best ball right now, this is the best time of year to be playing your best ball. So that's interesting. I think that against Michigan, they had an unbelievable performance from Rocket Watts. They're going to need him to lead alongside Aaron Henry to really kind of, bring it together. And if they have even a chance to beat Maryland, Maryland's playing great ball too right now. So don't count them out of winning that game against Michigan State. Should be a great matchup. Going through a few of the other ones here. We're going to have Indiana Rutgers, which I love Rutgers here. Already beat Indiana twice this season. So,
and that's Thursday, 8:30 Eastern. You guys could check that out. So tonight, for all of our watchers and listeners, that's going to be a great game.
Yep.
Very well matched.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Rutgers got the best of them twice already this season, so it should be fun. Look for some great stuff. We had all defensive team. Miles Johnson, one of the best defensive players in the league and in the whole country, in my opinion. So I think he's really going to bring it this postseason alongside Ron Harper, third team all-conference. Geo Baker got honorable mention. So a lot of, Big Ten awards went to those Rutgers guys. Great season for them. About to make their first tournament appearance in like 30 years. So unbelievable. And then we obviously have our front runners in Michigan and Illinois and Iowa even are the big ones. I'm going to take, I think if one team is going to win, Illinois is playing their best ball right now, and I think that they're coming on a really, off a hot streak. So I think that they have a great chance, but would like to see my Rutgers team upset them in the second round.
Alrighty. Of course you would.
Yeah.
Of course you would.
Anything else to add about these matchups?
Yeah. Who do you have like coming out of the other side?
Good question.
You like Michigan, Purdue, Michigan State, Maryland?
Michigan is like the obvious answer if they get their shit together
Yeah.
after that really bad loss against Michigan State.
Yeah, that was horrible. That
It
did not
happens,
look
though.
good,
It happens.
Yeah, obviously.
Basketball, college basketball is like the most upsettable sport.
Yeah.
By far in
Yeah.
all of sports. It's easiest to lose to a bad team in college basketball, I'd say. No
Yeah.
doubt about it. So I think Michigan gets there, no doubt. And I think they're obviously favored, and I would not be surprised if they won the tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see them winning March, if they play
Yeah.
when they were at their best. They only had one loss like all season. So when they were at their best, nobody can beat them, I don't think.
Yeah.
Maybe Gonzaga.
So next week we got March Madness special, and we got
Yes.
two awesome guests coming on. Ev.
Yep. So we're bringing back the boys from the Masters panel, Pat Kyle, Jack Darling, coming back very well educated in the college basketball realm. They are. So they're coming back for a little March Madness special episode. Really pumped for that. Going to be an awesome week of content. So stay tuned for that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that covers our little zoom in on the Big Ten tournament.
Yep.
And then we're gonna obviously next week cover way more of the college basketball and everything that's going on. We got Selection Sunday this Sunday, right?
Yep, Selection Sundays this Sunday, and that's going to be awesome. See a lot of these teams get their names called and get fired up for the big dance.
Absolutely. Alrighty, next up, we got some hockey talk. So we got a ton on the plate, starting off in the great state of New York. We're going to talk about the New York Islanders, who have turned it around recently. They're looking good.
Looking good, yeah.
So I expressed this to you, Ev. I don't know if I expressed it on the pod, but I wasn't satisfied with how consistent the Islanders were playing. I felt they had some games every once in a while where they just kind of lost to a crappy team.
Right.
So it's good to see that they're on a 5-game win streak right now. Got a couple more games this week, looking to push that win streak a little further. How are you feeling about the Islanders?
Yeah, I mean, they're sitting in first right now, right?
Yeah.
So they've, really made the gap a lot smaller. They were down a little bit and then really just started stacking up points, which is great to see. So that's great for the Islanders. They've got some real talent. I think they're definitely a deep playoff run contender. When they play together, they're very, very, very lethal. So
Yeah, absolutely. They're so good. I mean, Matt Barzal, we saw that goal last weekend.
Woo!
Filthy.
Goal of the year. It's going to end up being goal of the year, I think.
We tweeted that from our Twitter. We got a lot of people who
Is it
agree.
early to say goal of the year? Sure, but
I don't think it is. When have we seen a goal like that in game?
That would have been goal of the year last year or the year before. Like any other year, I feel like that would also have been goal of the year maybe. So
I think we're just reacting because it's so early and everyone's like, is it really the goal of the year? Yeah, that's the goal of the fucking year. That was beautiful. That was a Gino, and that was disgusting.
I mean, first of all, he went coast to coast, just torched the entire defense.
Yeah, he made the
And then to go like backhand through the legs that.
He made the goalie look like a sieve.
Yeah.
No, no more you can say about it.
Right.
It's just fantastic.
Yeah. Crazy for Matt Barzal. He's really something else. He's just like his shot is just so crazy. Just a world-class player. Absolutely.
Yeah. So we'll keep you guys updated on the Isles and the Eastern Conference. As you guys know, that's where both me and Evan's favorite teams are. we've got the Bruins and the Devs in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
So moving on into some more hockey talk. Tom Wilson, staying in the Eastern Division.
Right.
Tom Wilson of the Washington Capitals suspended 7 games after a disgusting, dirty hit to the head on Brandon Carlo. Did you see this, Ev?
I did see it, and I'm sure you definitely didn't like it more than the average fella being a Bruins fan. But yeah, as a hockey fan, there's no place for that in the game.
I agree.
And that was terrible. Tom Wilson, this guy, Brandon Carlo, is on the boards, completely exposed, defenseless, and just rocks him right in the head. It's just, that's how you hurt people. And you don't do that. That you could have hit him somewhere else, and you would have made the same play. He was in a very exposed position, so there wasn't really even a need to hit him in the first place.
None.
You're going in there for the puck.
Yeah.
If you're going in there for the puck, go for the puck. Don't go for the guy's head,
Yeah.
It's a filthy play, and, there's no room for it. What more needs to be said, right?
I agree. Just one more thing that does need to be said. An update on Carlo, because he was actually sent to a hospital that night. So he's out of the hospital, according to Bruins head coach Bruce Cassidy said he's out of the hospital, and he's obviously quote obviously going to be out for a while, unquote. So, we'll give you guys an update on him when he's back. But just really annoying to see Tom Wilson, continuing the on purpose filthiness. You know what I mean?
Right. I know a lot of the Bruins afterwards spoke out about it. Did they? I didn't catch the game. I saw the replays of this. Did a lot of them jump at Wilson afterwards and try to get in his face and stuff?
Trent Frederick fought him. Got some really good punches in. The new D they signed fought him also. Got some really good punches in. He's huge. He's like 6'5", 6'6".
Wow.
He's like a big replacement for Chara. I'm
Gotcha.
blanking on his name. It's pissing me off, but it's all good. Yeah. So I was pissed about that, but there's just no place in the game for that. Like you said.
Yeah.
Not much else needs to be said.
So now we're gonna go back to New York and upstate and talk a little bit about Buffalo Sabres.
Your Buffalo boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Respect for them, obviously, also in the East Division, but as my college town, I know a lot of Sabres fans. They're passionate fan base, and they hate to just continuously see their team fail.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, anybody from Buffalo is a huge sports fan. I feel like you just gotta be.
Big hockey town too.
Yeah, hockey town, football town. That's what that's what they live by.
Right, and wings.
Bills and Sabres and wings.
Exactly. I got to go to a few Sabres games last season, actually, and they're a blast. Beautiful arena they have over there. A lot of fun. Anyways, talking a little bit about them, there's trouble.
Yeah, trouble. Absolutely. Eichel hasn't requested a trade yet, but I feel like this isn't confirmed or anything. I feel like it's just a matter of time at this point.
Yeah,
I don't know how you feel.
He's said over and over again that he wants to win, and they're not winning.
Yeah.
And it's not. I don't think it's anything that he's doing.
Yeah, no, he's fantastic.
Yeah, he's a great
phenomenal.
player.
So I really don't know what else you could ask for.
I get confused because he's the captain of the team, but sometimes you see him and he talks to the media and stuff, and his attitude seems a little unenthusiastic. And I can't really blame him because of how bad they are, but you'd think as the captain he'd be the guy trying to get the troops to rally. If you don't have leadership from your captain, who knows what his leadership is like? But if you don't have the leadership you need, then that's an issue. I know they were saying the Rangers could be a potential landing spot, but I think you'd have to trade Capo Caco
That's
and
always
Zibanejad
the first landing spot
for everyone.
Everyone, because it's New York.
Yeah,
people want to play in New York.
Yeah, people
otherwise, I feel like they don't always it's usually not New York who ends up getting it. It's always someone else, and it's just New York is always just the first place that's brought up because it's New York.
Right. Because he would want to go somewhere where they have up and coming. I feel like New York isn't ready enough to win right now for him to want to get traded there.
I mean, you add Jack Eichel, I think you're pretty ready to win.
Right, but the thing is, you have to trade away. They said Kako and Zibanejad, and that's just a lot to pay. A lot to pay. I was talking about it with a few other Rangers fans, and they were saying I wouldn't want to give up Zibanejad and Capo Caco. Capo Caco, last year's number 2 pick, not last year with Lafreniere. Though they had Lafreniere first pick, then the year before that, number 2 pick with Caco. I mean, that's too much.
Yeah.
So, interested to see what happens in the Jack Eichel Chronicles.
Yeah, the Jack Eichel Chronicles. But stay on the Sabres too. It seems like their head coach, Ralph Kruger, probably going to be fired at the end of the season or sooner.
Yeah, Kruger sucks.
It says
Kruger does a bad job.
The GM Kevin Adams says everything is under evaluation.
Yeah, Kruger is just not the guy that they need there right now. His system is not what they need for their team, and you got to do what you got to do. I think it's a lot sooner than we think that we're going to see Ralph Kruger gone. If they keep their losing ways up, I think it could be within the next couple months that we see Ralph Kruger out.
Yeah, I hear you. All right. We mentioned the Rangers earlier. Let's just segue right into that real quick. Little quick update on Artemi Panarin. He took a leave of absence. I believe that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
a week or two.
Around
yeah, about two and a half weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Took a leave of absence from the Rangers. He's missed 7 games since taking that leave of absence. And the Rangers have moved him to a non-roster player. I tried to look up what that means, but I couldn't really gather much information. I think it just means he's still owned by them, but he's not on their active roster.
Right.
That's my best guess.
I guess it would kind of be similar to when you have an injured player.
Yeah,
you
that's what
can
I
call
kinda think it
someone
is,
up
yeah.
to replace his roster spot, but the guy's still obviously on the team. He's just on another list, and you can
Type of
and you
roster,
can
yeah.
replace him in number, so you're not a man down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what it is.
Right.
But still no real estimation for his return. But obviously, like we said before, and always, we're gonna wish him the best. Hope he gets back soon because he's better on the ice than having to go and defend his family and make sure everything's locked down.
Yeah, absolutely.
He
well
was
said,
skating
Max.
though. He was skating though. This week he was skating and now on the ice.
Is he in the States right now?
I believe so.
Gotcha.
I believe he's back. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well said, Max.
Thanks.
No doubt. Is that all you got for hockey, or you wanted to touch
That's
on
it for
anything
hockey,
else?
boys.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a little hockey wrap up there, and then talking about UFC 259, which happened last weekend. Biggest event, one of the best events of all time. I really have to say, I think that. And we did a separate YouTube video of a whole recap. It was awesome. Really, I'm standing in the octagon in the recap. It's phenomenal, guys. So go to YouTube and check out that special edition of Klein's Corner on YouTube for if you want a great recap of UFC 259. I break down everything, give my performance of the night, link in the description. Go get it.
Yep. And I'm gonna try to put it in the card here. You could
cool.
make little cards pop up.
Right.
Let me see if I can figure that out.
Right.
All right.
So that's just UFC 259. I wasn't going to get into it. We got into it a lot the last couple weeks, so we made that whole other YouTube video, so you guys can go check that out.
Gotcha.
So golf, we've been having great golf weekly
We have.
these days, and we
It's
wanted to
great.
catch up on that. Arnold Palmer Invitational.
Your boy won.
My boy, you kidding me? I don't like him.
I thought you liked DeChambeau a lot.
Oh no, get out of here with his
really?
with his stupid French hat.
Oh, I'm not a fan of the French hat at
Yeah,
all.
but what's it called? A beret?
Is that called a beret?
I think that is a beret.
Yeah, it's a beret.
Yeah.
We got confirmation from over there.
Thanks, Kate.
Thanks, Kate.
Beret.
Beret? Beret?
That's a clip you put in your hair, a beret.
Oh, so it's a beret.
Beret.
Okay.
So a beret and a beret are different things? Ah.
There you go.
The more you know.
You're learning more on a washed up sports podcast.
The more you know. I would have never known that. Anyways, screw the Shambo, but man hits absolute womps.
Bombs.
Just womps. Just torques the ball.
Wait, hold on. What is a womp?
I don't know.
I've never heard that. What is a womp?
It's just I feel like a womp is something that is in large, in large, if you do it big, it's I don't know.
Womp?
If you
Is
hit,
it like a bomb?
yeah, it's very
okay,
synonym, I would say.
Gotcha.
Like a sock rocket, like a hellacious seed, as Phil Mickelson might say. That's what Phil Mickelson says. I love that, the hellacious seeds video.
He says he has to step on one and power up the calves. He's got to activate the calves and step on one.
Activate the calves,
he is
exactly.
the biggest calves you'll ever see.
Yeah, dude. Phil Mickelson's elite. I love Phil Mickelson.
He's great.
Such a funny guy, too.
Yeah.
But anyway, DeChambeau, what we wanted to talk about was he took it home, and on 6, I believe it was, DeChambeau hit a 370-yard drive and tried to drive the green. So basically, everyone else the entire day hit onto the fairway, and in the between there's this huge body of water.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone hit onto the fairway, and then DeChambeau just clears the entire lake. The only one who just takes a complete different angle and just clears the lake 370 yards. Just ridiculous.
Yeah, I saw a video of him clearing it. Like, it was the video of him from a couple of years ago doing it,
Mm-hmm.
and then a video of him this year doing it, and the one he laid up the first time, because it was a couple of years ago, and then this time you see him just bomb it over the water.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Crazy. And it was so funny because there were fans there, so they were going crazy for him.
Yeah.
And once he put it up, he was like wanting to see it go over, so he had his hands up and he was like going crazy. It was cool,
He
but
looks like a little kid out there when that stuff happens. He's
I
like,
know.
it's like you're testing shit out in your backyard, trying to see if you could hit it over your house. Like, I feel like that's got to be how it feels. Like,
yeah.
right?
Dude, and then it's so funny because after, then you see him walking down to his ball, and he's eating like a peanut butter and jelly, a protein shake.
he's
Man's is a
smacking
unit.
food. He is an absolute unit.
He
That
is, bro.
So true, Evan.
Because it's so funny because he wasn't always like that. Remember that
Yeah.
year he just like transformed,
Yeah, he
So
went
he's
from
crazy.
super skinny boy to super beefy boy.
and now he uses the driver too. That's just like a
The
crazy
long driver?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, insane.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy. But yeah, let's give a little love to Jordan Spieth.
yeah,
Tied for 4th.
yep.
But he was in it the whole tournament, and it was really good to see him getting back into it. Hopefully he can get his shit together by the Masters, because I really want to see him win the Masters.
Yeah, Jordan Spieth really like fell off for a little bit and was
Yeah.
having bad struggles, I think, mentally in the game and everything. So cool to see him getting back together, because at one point people thought, when he was young too, when he won the Masters, one of the best golfers around. People thought he was like a generational talent.
Yeah.
So I really hope he gets it together. Great, American out there, represents the country, everything. So really cool to see him out there back at it, doing better.
Absolutely. So, absolutely. No. Now let's get into Washed Up Player of the Week.
Washed up player of the week. That's back.
Yeah.
Love it. So this week's washed up player of the week is presented by Advanced Office Furniture. Advanced Office Furniture. Since 2003, Advanced Office Furniture has been providing the New York metro area with the highest quality custom furniture. All of their furniture is produced in their state-of-the-art manufacturing facility here in New Jersey and never outsourced. Your business is unique, so why don't you choose to furnish it with specialty furniture that is built to last? With high-quality customized solutions, no matter what your needs are, Advanced Office Furniture will surely exceed your standards. Now doing work for storefronts, kitchens, our podcast studio, really anything you need, they've got you covered. Advanced Office Furniture brings creativity and originality. You know it's hard to find people these days that work to ensure satisfaction, and they truly do. Check them out and inquire for more at www.advancedofficefurniture.com. That's www.advancedofficefurniture.com. Shout out them.
Shout out AOF. Always still using the table. It's fantastic.
It's a world-class table right here.
Evan is like in love with this table.
It's a sturdy, well-built table.
He was so pumped. I was too. Like,
Right.
not to say I wasn't. Just Evan is like, he was very pumped to get this, and we're so grateful. Obviously,
Table guy.
so he's a big table guy. He appreciates the fine
The woodwork, the final woodwork.
carpentry and
Right.
the glass.
Right.
It's very unique and pristine.
Right. This table right here, it's a great table. It's an acquired taste. You want
Alright.
to take us into our next little breakdown?
No, I want you to.
Oh, we didn't even do the washed up player of the week yet.
Yeah, you're doing it.
Right. Washed up player of the week. Sorry. Player has a lot of grit, a lot of heart. He's got chutzpah,
Chutzpah.
which we're bringing back. Obviously, a characteristic of a washed up player of the week.
You gotta have that heart, grit, and chutzpah.
As much as it pains me to say this as a Rutgers fan, Luka Garza is washed up player of the week because he was named Big Ten Player of the Year, and his number is going to be retired by Iowa at the end of the season. 8 other Hawkeyes have had their numbers retired in history, but let me tell you about this. To have your number retired before you go and do great things in the NBA, like usually they retire big name players who went on to do great things also, and they're like more well known. I mean, sometimes years later, players who were great for a team will get retired. But when have you seen a player just like get announced that their number's being retired before they were even done playing for the school?
Yeah, not much.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So we had to give him props there, and for that reason, Luka Garza's washed up player of the week.
Absolutely. So, Luka, congrats to you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Little animation.
Yeah.
Love it.
Next up,
NFL. 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 NFL.
NFL. All right.
NFL. NFL.
NFL.
All right, good.
Let's go.
So we are talking some NFL coming back. Haven't talked about it in a while, but Patriots, I mean, made a nice little trade today, huh?
Absolutely.
Break it down for us.
You want me to?
Yeah.
All right. So, Patriots ended up trading back with the Oakland Raiders. They're getting Trent Brown back, the elite offensive tackle that they had for a year, and then didn't sign him, and he ended up getting signed for a massive contract to the Raiders. So the Raiders actually trade him back, and the Patriots get him for a much cheaper salary. So, and it really seems like the Patriots are active. They're active in free agency, baby.
Yeah, I hope they have that same attitude when it comes to getting themselves a quarterback.
Yeah, hopefully.
So Trent
We'll see.
Brown, great offensive lineman, traded a 5th-round pick for Brown in a 7th. Phenomenal.
Oh yeah, that's just like
Probably
swindling.
more of a salary cap dump type thing for the Raiders,
Yeah,
but
to get rid of him.
we'll take full advantage.
Absolutely, he's like a fucking tree.
Trust in Bill.
You cannot
Trust in Bill.
move him. Yeah,
He's
trust
got
in
a
Bill.
plan.
Absolutely,
Everybody thinks we're done after one bad year. Just trust.
big trust.
Big trust. Hunter Henry got released.
Yeah, a ton
Interesting
of releases today.
news.
I just threw a couple in here, but yeah, Hunter Henry released today.
I find that
by the
interesting
Chargers.
because when he's healthy, he's a great producer. But I guess that he just couldn't stay healthy, and he wasn't, and that's just the issue. He was off the field way more than he was on the field,
Yeah,
and you can't have that.
Yeah, I think they're probably just trying to upgrade in the draft maybe this year. Just figured it didn't work out. Figured they got a new quarterback. Did they get a new coaching staff?
Yeah, Anthony Lynn did get fired.
Yeah, so they got a new coaching staff. They have their quarterback for a year. Maybe want to bring some new weapons in.
Right.
Start from scratch.
Right.
Build from the bottom back up.
Yeah, you can't expect. He's a good tight end, but you can't expect a new high contract when you're not off the field more than you're on. It comes down to that, and it's as simple as that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, veteran offensive lineman Kyle Long unretires.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I thought that was cool.
That is. He was good.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's a great filler. I don't think he's gonna start the whole season just because he's coming out of retirement. It's not very likely for a veteran to start every game of the season. Most of the time they're coming in as that extra offensive lineman. And they're playing that role and just getting the extra snaps within the game. They'll play every game, but they're not going to start every game.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we should look for from Kyle Long. Come into a team and help bolster their offensive line.
Brother of Chris.
Yes.
Son of Howie.
Yes. Thanks, Evan, for that.
No problem.
Appreciate you.
2 other good players. Well, Howie, the best.
Phenomenal players.
Chris Long, 2-time Super Bowl champ.
Great pass rusher.
Yeah.
Fantastic. He's
Yeah,
a beast.
absolutely. So good luck, Kyle Long. Hope to see you do some good things back in the league.
Yeah, and we'll have to update you guys on Kyle Long and where he signs.
Yeah, absolutely. Dak Prescott.
Signed to a
Sheesh.
contract. Ooh, my boy got paid.
Yeah, I mean, that's just so much money, and I don't know how that happened, but good for him. Congratulations.
Well, do you think Dak is worth it?
He's really good, but that's so much.
So, I ask you, do you think Dak is worth it?
I think you could have not paid him that much.
Let's tell him how much it was.
$126 million guaranteed over 4 years, averaging $42 million over the first year.
Yeah,
That's
over the first 3 seasons, $42 million a season.
over the first 3 seasons. Yeah, my bad.
No, you're good. Yeah. So, do you think he's worth it?
He definitely was. I feel like he was definitely going to be a stubborn negotiator. I feel like he said, I'm worth this and I want this, and if you don't want to give me this, then I'm happy to leave. I think he wanted
He
to.
didn't though.
No,
he
but
never made
no.
any intentions like that. It
No,
was
I
always
know,
the
but-
Cowboys being the opposite, being like, I want, like, we're going to give you this. And if you don't want to do that, you can leave. But Dak was never like, okay, you could do this or this, and then I'll leave.
Right,
if you
but I
don't do
think
that."
I think maybe I said it the wrong way. I think both sides were basically like had something in mind, and then eventually Dak got his way.
Yeah.
I don't think they were going to originally give him that much money.
We think
We
he
think.
got his way.
I mean, what else can we do except for speculate?
Well, I'm going to tell you. So the Cowboys actually, in order to pay him this much, this is actually a 6-year deal. And they're reporting it as a 4-year deal because after the 4th year, there's an option to void the entire contract. So that is where the Dallas Cowboys are going to save cap space
Interesting.
in the future and this year.
I like that.
Yeah. So it really isn't such a give me my money, sign this check kind of situation. It's really a negotiation almost.
Yeah, no doubt. Pretty awesome for Dak. Good for him. Congratulations. So, congratulations to Dak. You know, he's definitely going to be a big part of the Cowboys hopefully having some success for their sake.
Glad he got that cash.
Yeah, good for him. Really good guy, so
Absolutely.
deserves it, I guess.
Yeah.
Buccaneers, moving on to them a little bit.
Yep.
The reigning champs tagged Chris Godwin.
This is a good tag.
It's a great tag, and I was a little upset because I thought the Patriots had a chance at signing
You
him.
really thought they had a chance?
Like, I don't know. We need a wide receiver. We need
do.
someone.
We do. I agree wholeheartedly. I don't think Chris Godwin is leaving Tampa.
Right.
He's too good. He's better than Mike Evans, man.
If we're not going to trade for someone, we're going to have to draft someone in the 2nd or 3rd round.
Earlier.
Maybe the 1st round.
Yeah.
Maybe at 15.
Maybe N'Keal Harry clicks this year.
I've been saying that ever since he was drafted. So, like,
He's only had 2 years.
yeah, I know, but it's kind of
We'll see.
injuries, this,
Yeah.
that, drops.
How do we get to the Patriots? This is ridiculous. Let's
It
get
always
back to the
happens, but
Buccaneers.
sorry,
All
guys.
right. So the reigning Super Bowl champions, Buccaneers, tag Chris Godwin. Looks like they want to keep him for the future, just don't want to pay him what he's worth yet. So they're paying him, I think it's a little under $17 million a year. Just for this year, not a year. It's just for this year, the franchise tag. So I believe it's just under $17 million.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad, not bad wide receiver money. It's not top of the market, though, which is what he deserves to be paid. He's one of the best receivers in the league.
Definitely, but that's the kind of sacrifices
You got to make to stay on a team like that.
with Mike Evans and Gronk and Brady. And,
Well, Gronk's a free agent too, buddy.
yeah, but they're probably going to re-sign him, I think.
I wouldn't be so sure. He's never experienced free agency before.
Dude.
A lot of reports coming out that
He's not going to leave Tom. He's not.
that's not true.
I don't think so.
Okay. Have you read any of the reports that have been coming out?
What I know, what I would like have to guess about him, like he only came out of retirement, I felt like, to rendezvous with Tom and run it back. And I don't think he's just like, okay, now I'm going to go back off on my own. I figured before he'd leave the Buccaneers, he would go back into retirement, in my opinion.
Okay. Did you read any of the reports that
No,
have been
that's just
coming out?
no. This
Okay.
is my opinion.
I know. I was just asking if you had read any of the reports that have been coming out.
No, I think
That's what I initially had asked you.
No, this is just my 2 cents.
Okay. So you haven't.
No.
Okay. Gotcha. There are many reports coming out that Gronk is likely going to explore at least free agency because he has never done that before. He's never got the chance.
Let him explore. He'll explore and he won't do anything. That's my take.
All right. Cool. All right. I don't know how we got to Gronk.
Allen Robinson now?
Yeah, you want to pick back up somewhere?
Sure. So a lot of star power over there on the Buccaneers. A lot going on for them, trying to do a repeat. Moving into some other free agency player deal type things. Allen Robinson, star receiver in Chicago, franchise tagged. He's a big piece for them. Interested to see if they end up with a new quarterback. So we'll see what happens there. But Chicago is just one piece away, I feel like, a really reliable quarterback away from winning a lot of football games.
Yeah, and an offensive coordinator. But
Yeah.
we'll get into that a different episode.
I like Matt Nagy,
He's
but
horrible.
you don't like him?
No,
I like him. I think
I
he's
don't like Matt Nagy at all.
fair.
He's Sean McVay wannabe.
I think Matt Nagy, the year that they went to the playoffs and Cody Parkey missed that kick, I think that team was really good.
They should have been winning that game by a lot more. But continue. Sorry.
I think with the right quarterback, with Mitch Trubisky, I don't think you're going to do anything. With the right quarterback, I think you would have success. That's what I think.
Who do you think would work there?
Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson?
I don't think Ross would work there. I think Deshaun works anywhere. Just my 2 cents. But yeah, Robinson says it could lead to like a Diggs type situation where he's trying to force a trade, get out of there. We'll have to see.
Yeah, should be interesting to see what goes on with him.
Staying in the North, Kenny Golladay expected to hit free agency, not going to be tagged by the Lions. This is huge.
Yeah,
this is someone the Patriots should go after.
Definitely. I don't think there's any chance he goes back to Detroit either.
No, zero. Their guy is Marvin Jones.
Yeah.
Detroit, that is. But I think the Patriots and I think some other teams that need receiver depth. Like Indy could use some receiver depth. A couple other teams, the Vikings probably could. They have some good receivers, but they could use some depth. They probably won't splash like that.
No, probably not with Thielen and Justin Jefferson.
Packers could use a wide receiver like that.
Yeah.
Although they got Funches coming. So yeah, we'll see. But that is going to be a big signing in my opinion. Kenny Golladay is a fantastic wide receiver, and he's going to get paid, I believe.
Yeah.
He deserves it too.
Definitely, he's great when he's on the field. When he's
on the
healthy.
field most of the time.
Yeah, last year he was like missed over half the season. But
Yeah, when your team sucks like that, and I feel like when you're hurt, it's less likely you're going to come back than if your team is very good and you have a chance of competing in the playoffs. I don't think that really is a detriment to him as like an non-injury prone player.
Yeah. I mean, he was on my fantasy team last year, so that sucked that he didn't play like ever.
Yeah.
You know, that was really bad.
Sorry to hear that for your fantasy team.
It's all good.
Are you going to join my fantasy league next year?
Who's in it?
I got 4 people so far, but I think I could get a ton more.
What would the buy-in be?
$100.
Ooh, that's a little deep in my pocket.
Winner, well, if we get 12, winner's going to get $1,000.
It's a little deep in the pockets. I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing it.
Where?
Who'd you get so far?
I'm not going to expose people on the podcast.
All right, you can tell me later.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Cool. Off air.
Off air. All right. Let's move on to New York, the great city of New York, but really New Jersey.
Yeah, I was gonna say
the great state of New Jersey,
the great city of East Rutherford.
Giants expected to tag Leonard Williams, which is huge.
Yeah, he's great.
He is. This is hard to hear and hard for people to accept, but he is up there last year. Like last year, his stats were up there with Aaron Donald and T.J. Watt just behind him. So he's getting to that.
Tough
really
for
very
Jets
great,
fans to hear.
Tough for Jets fans to hear anything, bro.
Yeah,
Feels so bad, man.
I know. And now I don't know. I don't think that Saleh has a big job ahead of him.
We're going to get into this so much more in our draft live stream, guys.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for that.
We're going to get into that so much more. We're going to have Maselli, our honorary Jets fan here. He's going to go crazy. And it's just going to be a blast.
Who would you rather listen to, Todd McShay and Mel Kiper, or these two idiots?
Yeah, seriously. Why the fuck would you ever want to waste any time listening to Todd McShay or Mel Kiper? I'm Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't stand it. The guy's an asshole. Why are you going to listen to him? Listen to these assholes instead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I couldn't have said it any better myself.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah.
So,
Mel Kiper's the worst, and his voice is annoying. And
he's awful. So check us out Thursday, April 29th.
Unbelievable player.
He's fantastic. Oh, I don't like this pick for the Patriots here. I thought they were going to go lower in the fucking bullshit. I hate Mel Kiper. And I hate like that whole ESPN crew and the NFL crew. Like they got so many crews to cover the one fucking draft and every single one is ass. Ass.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Who would you want to see do the draft, like enunciate the picks and stuff, like and analyze that doesn't doesn't do
I
it?
mean, what I did last year, I watched the Pat McAfee show.
They
did
it
a
too?
little live stream, yeah.
That's cool.
So I don't know if they're doing that this year, but if they are, check out ours instead.
Yeah, exactly. If the Pat McAfee show is doing it, just go to this live stream instead.
Yeah, we're gonna be electric, and we're gonna have some insane guests too.
Insane
Promise
guests,
that.
electricity, just like fun and shenanigans. So
Yeah, and we're gonna be live reacting, taking your calls.
yeah, you guys can interact with us too, which is cool. Like you can't interact with Pat McAfee, but you can interact with us.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to. You could call.
Yeah, but that's
But that's
like
not-
what are the chances?
I don't know.
Have you ever tried?
No, I've never tried.
I feel like if
I
anyone...
used to call into NFL radio shows.
Did it work?
Yeah, I got on all the time. Kate, didn't I used to get on? Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Kate.
Thanks.
I feel like if you were to call into... If anybody was to call into Pat McAfee, it would be you.
I don't know, man. I just don't like have time to like sit on the phone. I have other shit to do on my phone.
If you were like driving, I feel like you could like do a little calling on the road.
I guess. I used to do it to Sirius XM NFL radio, bro. I used to call in and talk about the Pats all the time. Yeah, Kate got in and asked a question about the Giants.
What did you ask?
I think it was about who they were going to draft for the quarterback when Eli left.
Oh, yeah. It was before they drafted Jones.
So it ended up being Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Baby Eli.
Yeah.
Mini Eli.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yep.
So Wilson and Seattle Seahawks are at a little crossroad.
It's a nice way to put it, Evan.
Thanks. Anyways, you want to break down what you think's going on there? What is going on? Pete Carroll, some rumors about that. Go ahead.
It seems like he's really pissed at the way the protection is going and the way the offense was handled. They let him cook last year. They let Russ cook, and it didn't really work out too well, if I'm being honest. I don't know how you felt, but they didn't finish too well. So they're at a crossroads here trying to figure out what's going to happen in the future. It kind of seems like Russell kind of wants out.
Yeah, I think he is open to being there. People are speculating, is Pete Carroll on the way out? We don't know.
Yeah.
But he wants to be there, Russell. But if they don't want to give him the protection that he needs because he's so great, then he said, I'll leave. Trade me.
Yeah.
I'll demand a trade.
He'll
do a Watson.
Yeah, so his agent actually came out, Wilson's agent came out and said he doesn't want to trade. He wants to stay in Seattle, but if he were to get traded, here's a list of teams he get traded to.
Which means you're open to it. If you
here-
have a list of teams, it means you are open.
Yeah. So here's the list. We got the New Orleans Saints, Dallas Cowboys. Not going to happen after today's news with Dak.
No.
Definitely not. Las Vegas Raiders, and then the Chicago Bears. The Bears. So what kitchen is Russ going to cook in next year?
Probably Seattle, but
I don't think so. I don't think he's going back.
I would love to see him on another team. That would be fire.
Where do you think he could go?
New Orleans isn't a bad spot.
Yeah, I mean, you got Jameis Winston there.
Yeah, Jameis. So
you don't know if he's going to be the starter yet.
little Jameis, Taysom Hill tandem.
Wildcat.
You could run some crazy plays with those two.
You could. That'd be wild.
A lot of speed.
Yeah.
Between the two of them.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas on New Orleans, just to like kind of stick with New Orleans a little bit. I know we were talking about Wilson, and we kind of got to the point. But Michael Thomas, I read some rumors about him like maybe getting traded at some point, which would be interesting.
Yeah, there was a ton of beef last year. I haven't really read about the rumors of him getting traded, but I do know there was a ton of beef.
Not to be that guy who always brings it back to his own team, but
he's not going to the Patriots.
All right, fair enough. I figured I'd ask.
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't see that happening.
I'd be happy. I know.
Of course you would. You'd be happy at pretty much any wide receiver ever getting signed by the Patriots as long as they're under 33 years old.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
I think that's the situation where you're at.
Yeah, because as much as I love Edelman, he's not the player he was.
Yeah.
And Harry is like meh. Jacoby Myers is
fantastic.
good, but he's not
receiver.
He's not a number
receiver.
one.
He's a 2. He's a 2 or 3. Yeah.
Right.
So they got to figure that out. Let's get back.
We can't have Demir Bird catching footballs.
Let's get back to Russell Wilson.
There.
Where do you think he's going to go? You said the Saints.
That'd be cool.
I don't know if that's going to happen. I could see him kind of going to the Bears.
Well, no, I said the Saints would be cool. I think he's going to go back to Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
That's number
you
one.
did.
Saints 2, Bears 3.
I think he'll most likely end up on the Bears.
That'd be cool. I would enjoy watching
Bears.
that. I would
Bears.
That would be a fun offense.
It would. Hopefully Allen Robinson would sign back then. That'd be lethal. Allen Robinson.
Yeah, that would be really great.
Letting Russ cook too.
Well, David Montgomery, great little back.
Yeah,
new
guy.
guy.
That'd be a nice team right there.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it for a look around the NFL.
Yeah, I was glad we got to get back into the NFL. It's been a while, so
It's been
just
a while.
to
We've been missing it.
catch you all up on the off season. Get ready for the draft, the
draft.
live stream. That's going to be
Absolutely.
our next big NFL coverage event. So
Yep.
really crazy. So we have a question for the real listeners. If you got this far in the podcast and you're listening early, whatever, we want to know. Hit us in our Instagram DM on @awashedupsportspod or @awashedupsports on Twitter, or drop a comment below, whatever. We're 20 episodes in.
20?
What's been your favorite moment, segment, guest, etc. from the podcast so far? We'd like to know what you guys have enjoyed so far. So just let us know, and it'll tell us that you're listening. You're a real one who listens to the pod. So really appreciate it. And if you guys just want to hit us wherever and let us know what you like, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. We'd love to know what you guys are feeling, what you guys aren't feeling. So definitely let us know your best moment. Maybe we'll compile the messages, make a little post for it.
Absolutely,
that'd be great.
Yeah, that would.
We
be
do
great.
really appreciate all of your guys' support.
Yeah, absolutely. We love feedback. So because we can obviously do what we want, but it's cool to get feedback to see what people want to see.
Yeah, and it's always great to see that people do want to see us.
And they do listen.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
It's always great to see.
Absolutely.
It's always great to feel. It's a good feeling.
Yep.
Yeah. So
an announcement.
An announcement. Evan loves that. Next up, we got a little Teespring announcement. Teespring is this little shop site that we're going to be using. So this means, Evan,
new merch very soon.
Yes, it's going to be available very soon. All right. So
it's going to be all online, where it's going to be all through this website.
Yep.
So we're gonna get that up and running, get everything posted, and then they're gonna take it from there.
Yep.
So we'll make sure that the link is provided for you guys to get your merch up.
Yep.
So that's on the way.
Yeah, we'll have at least 2 new designs or graphics for you guys, in addition to our classic logo tee that you guys know and love, and we have sold out of every time that we listed it.
Yeah.
So we're going to have that, and then you just got to give us about a week or two. We're still trying to figure out the logos, the designs, graphics, the designing the website. So we just need a little bit of time, and then
just be patient. It'll be worth your while.
Absolutely.
So, guys, March Madness special next week. Cannot wait. My favorite time of year, the big dance on the way. So that's coming. Draft live stream April 29th, as we said. Follow the Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on TikTok now.
Oh, yeah. What is it?
It's at a Washed Up Sports Pod on TikTok.
Absolutely. So we're on TikTok.
I'm doing the TikTok now. I don't have a plan or know what I'm going to do, but let's go viral.
Let's go viral, baby.
So absolutely. All right, guys. Make sure you subscribe for updates, everything. We appreciate the support. Peace.
Peace. Make sure to drop your favorite moment, memory, guest below.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget to do that.
Yep. Subscribe. Peace.